my name is Kyler Berry, and today I'm going to be talking a little bit about my rod and reel setup. I got an Abu Garcia, Abumatic SX, push button reel. It's got 3 bearings. It's got I can't remember the gear ratio completely on it. It's got a bluegill swim bait on it. I don't know if the camera's going to focus on it or not, but it's got a bluegill swim bait on it. I got it mounted on an Abu Garcia Vendetta 7-foot medium casting rod, and this is my swim bait setup. I'll get it put up and I'll show you my spinner. And this is my spinner setup. It's a Pflueger Trian. It's a light action rod. I do like to have a light action rod in my arsenal. It's my bobber rod. I run it with a bobber all the time. Seem to catch some decent perch on it, and it holds up fine. It's got 10-pound premium fishing line on it from Eagle Claw, which that's the same thing the bait caster over here has, which I will show you in a second. But this is my frog rod. I know y'all gonna make fun of me. I don't even know what action it is. It doesn't even say. It's a Dock Demon. Y'all gonna make fun of me. I was catching 5-pound catfish off of this little rod here. Carp, drum, everything. This is a heck of a pole to have in your arsenal, and I like a stiffer pole for a frog to be able to pop it. So yeah, this is my frog rod. I got a Booyah frog on it, and yeah, that is my frog rod. So my bait caster, I said best for last here. Again, I'm just showing you kind of my arsenal here. My bait caster, it is a Granite Outdoors bait caster, 6.3 to 1 gear ratio. I got it mounted on a Berkley Cherrywood HD medium heavy casting 7-foot rod, and it's also got 10-pound trilene or 10-pound premium fishing line from Eagle Claw on it. And here in a minute, I'm going to move the camera over here, and I'm going to show you what I have in my tackle box and a little bit of how I keep my tackle box organized. So that's going to be coming up here in a second later on in this video. Tackle organization is what we're going into next. Alright, so first box on my tackle box, sorry, can't talk today. I'm just gonna go through everything in here. I'm not gonna take time to individually explain how I use these lures. Got the good rooster tail. I think I have 2 of those, maybe 3 of them. Little swim bait, some frogs for my jig, which here's my jig. So set up here for me. Here's my jig. This is what I use for a jig, and I like that these tails are really huge. They give a lot of motion in the water, which I really love about them. I have one creature bait left. Love to use the creature baits. I think they're just interesting, fun to use. Got a H2O Express spinnerbait. Got a Strike King black and yellow spinnerbait. I don't have any of the huge spinnerbaits because I don't like fooling around with the huge ones. They're too hard to pull through the water when you got lighter rods, and I like fishing with lighter rods. I got 2 different colors of these power worms. I love to use the power worms. Fish hold on 18 times longer. That's what they say on the package. I believe it. I've seen it in person on how good they stay on the line. Box number 2. The crap. Anyways, box number 2. Can't talk. I got a H2O Express frog, Strike King white spinnerbait, a Booyah white and yellow chatterbait, another hard bait I got here, one of the hard baits I have. I use, hey buddy, what are you doing? I use 3/0 offset hooks because they get the job done for me. I either use 1/8 ounce or 1/16 ounce, 1/8, 1/16 worm weights for my weedless setup, and that's all I carry on weights. Gulp, gulp, gulp. This is good for dead sticking. That's about all I found out that it's good for. You can't just reel it through the water. Stupid cat, I swear. He won't do anything. Mutt. Got a Crappie Max. Playing with moths. I got a Crappie Max. Green or black, fades into green, fades into white. I can't even think of the name of it. Crankbait. I got a bass. I got a bass crankbait. A really big crankbait. Love using it. Got some old crankbaits that my grandpa gave me, which here's some of them. These are all old. I got 2 more rooster tails. I got, looks like green, black, white, yellow, and then like pink, green, white, black on that one. Let's see, what else do I have in here? I think that's everything other than my popper. Topwater lure, love using it. Catch some good fish on it. We'll go through here. My bottom box here. Bobbers, Charlie's worms, lizard, kit, some little zoom worms, nothing special. Again, bobbers, worms, whatever in here, you know, that's pretty straightforward in that box. All of my plastic rubber baits, get them up here. So start off, we got the Super Salt Watermelon Seed 6-inch lizard, Swimming Dinger by Yum. That's my magic bait. Yum's Swimming Dingers. I love to use these. I call this basically my magic bait because, alright, story time. Let's get the camera faced up here if we're going to have story time. Alright, so, one day, fishing. Let me get, we'll have a demonstration here. have my frog. Going across the top of the water, fish takes it, I yank, it snaps my line. That's why I like to use heavier line when I'm frog fishing. Anyways, it snapped my line. I was fishing, that was early that day. I put on some of these Yums, blue, I don't know what color they're actually called. Doesn't say. Blue swimming dingers. Jeez, what's up, dog? Make sure it's focused. I put on one of them blue swimming dingers. Second cast out. Got a fish, yank on it, get it in. And there was line tangled up all over this fish. I didn't know what was going on. So I get this fish up on the bank and get the hook out, and there's line coming out of its mouth. I knew there was something going on because there was line coming out of its mouth. And I start pulling on this line because I didn't see anything. So I started pulling on this line, and out popped my frog out of its mouth. So that's why I call this my magic bait, because it got me back my frog that I was fishing with after I broke the line. So that's why I like to use the Yums swimming dingers. Got another package of the swimming dingers, different color. I think this is watermelon red. And then I got some Zoom, some of their flukes. It's basically like a swim bait, but a really big swim bait. So I love to use these things, mainly for the fact that it looks like a really big fish going through, a really small, medium-sized fish going through the water for some of them bass that don't just want that easy prey. So that is my fishing arsenal, my baits, my poles, line, everything. That's what I have. I do have one more. Sorry. I do have one more pole. It's a spinner. It's a Abu Garcia Pro Max on a Shimano Sojourn 6'6" medium rod. So I like to use that too. It's my spinner rod basically, but I don't have it here right now. So I was limited to showing you all these, but I thought you might get some enjoyment out of me showing you what I have in my arsenal. If you think you know something that can help me or how I could help you, leave it down in the comments below and we will talk. And yes, that's all I have.